Good morning, it is Monday morning and it's time to practice some yoga. Vande Gurunam Charnavindi Sandarshita Svatma Sukhavakode Nishriyase Jangalikayamani Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantiye Abauku Shakaram Shankrajankrasi Dharanam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Om. Anyway, good to be back. This was fun this morning. The problem is only that now my shoulder hurts. Yeah, it does. Because usually in the morning I take it a little easy. I didn't want to look bad, old story, and so I pushed quite a bit this morning, even though, some poses I always hold back because of my knee. But now the shoulder joins the knee. Well done, Carsten. Great job. So welcome back, this is Carsten Fleck, to another edition of the vlog. Only really exciting thing that happened today, the yoga practice, because, well, again, there's nothing going on. The only thing that was exciting too, I got a letter from the IRS, they want some money, so that was exciting. Anyway, it is what it is, what can you do? So since I hurt my shoulder this morning, I was thinking again about the big question: do we know what this is all about? Do we know why things happen? Do we know if something happens to us is good or it is bad? So since it is good to use real life examples, let's talk about the shoulders. I've done yoga for a long time, so I really know when I hurt my shoulder and I feel like, okay, tomorrow I'll be fine again. This is not the case, unfortunately, because it feels like, let's see tomorrow morning, how it goes. And then I have to teach tomorrow, so I have to see. Right away, obviously, a part of me thinks, I know that's bad. That shouldn't happen. Oh, now I injured myself on top of everything else. It's like a lockdown. Then the letter from the German IRS. And now I don't even know if I can teach because, well, we'll see, how it goes. But it doesn't feel good at the moment. Obviously, that's what we all have in mind if something happens that we don't want to happen. But is this right? I mean, do we know? Because that can help us to not get so upset about things. Because getting upset about things, yeah, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't change anything. But obviously, we have an idea how we want our future to look. We have an idea how we want the day to look like. I have an idea how this vlog is supposed to look like, even though every day I'm kind of, well, I don't really know what I'm doing. But obviously, we have an idea how we want things to be. But where does this idea come from? And does this idea have to do with our ego, with our past experiences, and we kind of make up how things should be based on the past, and then we get upset about things. So let's take the two examples. So first one, my shoulder. Shoulder hurts bad. That's not good. But do I know? Because I might not teach tomorrow morning. I might walk down Brunnenstraße and I'll meet somebody that I know from the past, and they might say, Karsten, why don't you do this, or why don't I have this job, or like, why don't you teach in my company online classes, or whatever it might be. So I can't really see what is good for me. The same thing with the taxes. So I might get really motivated now to make some money because they want some money. So and I might find a solution for this, and that might change my life. So is it a bad thing? Because I don't mind paying taxes. I would like to pay more. If I make more money, like I pay more, I'm fine with me. So, and that's also obviously applies to COVID. A lot of people are mad that things are how they are at the moment. But do we know? Do we know maybe that whole thing was a blessing? And that's why in my last vlog post I was talking about animals. But I mean, there's so many possibilities to talk about this old world that we supposedly left behind, because I really believe that something will change. See if it's changing for the better or for the worse. That's up to us. But definitely COVID gives us the chance to stop for a moment. And it shakes us. It shakes us and says, look, it's what's going on. Maybe it's time now to think. Even more important than to think. Feel how the past was. Was this fun? I mean, was this good? Or did we just go along because it was what it was and nobody was questioning it? But maybe it's time to question it. So what I wanted to say is that we don't know. And then if we don't know, why get upset about it? Why should I get upset about the shoulder? Because I don't know what it's good for. I mean, it does hurt. That's not so much fun. But yeah, I mean, why are we so, and I'm always talking about myself, obviously, why am I so arrogant that I think I know? Because I don't. I don't know my best interest. I've never known it. But I always acted like I knew. And maybe it's time to stop acting like we know. And just accept things how they are, and then look also at the things that were in the past, because the treatment of animals is an utter expression of being disconnected and being not in touch with things. I mean, even if you eat meat, you have to say, look, that's not okay. I mean, why would I treat anything like that? It's a living being. We have to face these things because we will accumulate more bad karma, that's for sure. So I don't know what is good for me, but I know that if I accumulate bad karma, that will be bad for me eventually, because it will catch up with me. How do I let go of accumulating bad karma all the time? Well, I listen to my heart. I say, look, and then if I feel like this doesn't feel okay, I don't do it. No matter what. I just don't do it. Or I don't take part in it. Even though things are not so good at the moment, because we lost all the distractions. We could always distract ourselves from feeling anything or thinking about anything because there was so much going on that nobody had the time to look at things. So maybe this is a really good thing. Maybe one day we'll say, thank God we had Corona, because we were crazy. Our egos were mad, and it was time to look at things, look at how we treat animals, how we treat the environment, how we treat each other, and again, how we treat ourselves. So that's the chance now. It's just a big question. Do we want to take it, or things will continue as they continued in the past? Obviously, the likelihood that things just keep on going how they were in the past, that's pretty high. But was it working? I mean, was it working that a few people have so much and so many people have so little? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. That's crazy too. That's as crazy as what we do with animals. But it's also really crazy what we do to ourselves, because we think we know. We think we have the answers. But nobody has an answer. Nobody knows. Nobody even knows what is good for them. How do we know what is good for humanity, for the planet, if we don't know what's good for ourselves? But we can feel things, and we can see the destruction of nature. We can see animals suffering. We can see people suffering. I don't have to question that. And the first step is to question if we know our best own interest. Because maybe the things we need or we think we need, we don't need. And the things we don't need, we need. You mean it's just like everything's upside down. We don't need the latest phone, but we have to meet our friend because we have a deep connection with him or her. But obviously that doesn't sell anything. And we live in capitalism. And capitalism is about selling things. So we're all kind of brainwashed into having to have things we don't need and not taking care of the things we need. First of all, of ourselves. To have like a relationship with ourselves. I can't say it. So this was what came up today. It took me like 10 times. But anyway, now I got it out. So maybe ask yourself, what do you want? And then when you know what you want, question yourself. Question if this is what you want is really your own best interest, or just ask the question. Do I know my best own self-interest? And if you don't, then you can just like drop it all. Then it doesn't matter what you do. You can walk down the street and you might meet somebody and things might take off from there. But you might not walk that street if you think you know what is right for you, and then you miss out on that chance. And that's what we shouldn't do, because we missed out on too many chances. So let's take the real ones. Thanks for being here. I hope my shoulder's better tomorrow. I'll definitely see you tomorrow in class. Tomorrow is slow flow, so that's good for me too. It's not so intense. Thank you, namaste. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now. Dear Carsten, why is your laundry in the frame? I couldn't believe it. I shot the entire thing with, this sheet that I washed today. And I'm actually a total perfectionist when it comes to these things. And I was looking at it and I was like, damn it. But it's exactly what the theme is about, I don't know what it is good for. Thanks for joining today, and let's get this thing out of the frame.